Forget extreme diets or marathon workouts. Longevity might be hiding in the way you prepare for sleep, the thoughts you entertain before you drift off, and even how you say goodnight to the people you love. It turns out scientists have recently uncovered a surprising truth. The small, almost invisible things you do at night, those quiet habits you barely think about, can predict whether you'll live past the age of 90. Apparently, the final hours before sleep are not merely the end of the day, but a portal. A portal that can either drain your life away or extend it far beyond the reach of ordinary mortals. In this video, we'll be unraveling 7 nighttime habits that are guaranteed to make you live past 90. Set the stage for quality sleep. About 60 minutes before you slide under the covers, start turning down the brightness in your home. That means swapping out harsh overhead lighting for a low-wattage lamp or switching on a small reading light. When the sun sets, your brain naturally boosts melatonin, the hormone that eases you into sleep. Bright lights and screens block its flow, so by dimming the room, you're encouraging your body to release this sleep balm. Over time, your brain learns that the softer glow means it's time to unwind. And once that happens, you'll find drifting off becomes almost effortless. Next, settle in with a warm, caffeine-free drink. Whether it's chamomile tea, peppermint, or a mild valerian root blend, these herbs have been used for centuries to soothe the nervous system. If tea isn't appealing, try a small mug of warm milk or a caffeine-free hot chocolate. Take slow sips at least 30 minutes before bedtime so you won't be up for bathroom visits. That gentle warmth relaxes tight muscles and grants a moment of calm in an often busy day. While that drink still lingers in your hand, move your body slowly. You don't need to learn complicated stretches, just roll your shoulders, touch your toes, or gently twist your spine while seated. Pair each stretch with a breath in for 4 counts, hold for 2, then exhale on 6. This pattern signals to your heart and lungs that it's okay to slow down, easing you out of the day's pace. Studies show that light evening movement helps ease achy joints without stirring up adrenaline the way vigorous workouts might. Before you flip off the bedside lamp, grab a notepad and jot down anything buzzing through your mind. Appointments, errands, ideas for tomorrow's lunch. Freeing your thoughts onto paper keeps your brain from rehearsing tasks all night. Once those to-dos are written down, you won't feel like you're leaving life's loose ends untied. As the Roman philosopher Seneca pointed out nearly 2,000 years ago, handing over worries to a list reassures the mind that the day really is done. When it's time to climb into bed, make sure your bedroom feels like a cool, quiet haven. Aim for a temperature between 60 degrees Fahrenheit and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Cool air helps your core temperature drop, a natural trigger for sleep. Blackout curtains or a soft sleep mask keep stray light from disrupting your deepest slumber. If noises from outside or creaky floorboards are an issue, a quiet fan or a small white noise machine can mask disturbances so you sleep more soundly. Sticking to the same bedtime and wake-up time matters more than you might think. Your circadian rhythm thrives on consistency. Going to bed within a half-hour window each night and rising at roughly the same hour, even on weekends, keeps your internal clock steady. When you stray too much, you risk lighter, broken sleep, which can lead to daytime sluggishness, higher blood pressure, and even blood sugar changes that make heart health harder to maintain. About 5 minutes before lights out, close your eyes and practice a simple gratitude or mindfulness exercise. Think of 3 genuine moments from your day that brought you joy: a chat with a neighbor, a good stretch, the taste of your favorite snack, or just focus on your breath, noticing the gentle rise and fall of your chest. These tiny pauses steer your brain away from stress and toward peace, helping you fall asleep faster and wake up in a brighter mood. If you enjoy reading, keep a paperback by your bedside. Turning real pages offers a welcome break from screens. The blue light from phones and tablets tells your brain to stay alert. If you must check email or news before bed, put on blue light blocking glasses so your melatonin isn't stifled. And when the clock on your phone glows too brightly, switch it to nighttime mode or place its screen down so its glow won't sneak into your bedroom. Having simple dinners. Imagine lingering over a small, balanced dinner just as the sun dips below the horizon. the air cooling softly around you. In Ikaria, Greece, and Okinawa, Japan, two of the famed blue zones where people often live past 100, dinner is simple and light. Maybe it's a bowl of vegetable soup dotted with fresh herbs, a modest serving of grilled fish alongside steamed greens, and a scoop of rice, or a crisp salad tossed with olives and a squeeze of lemon. Nothing feels rushed or oversized. Instead, every bite tastes like nourishment, not like something hurried down the hatch before collapsing into bed. Eating this way isn't just a charming ritual, it helps the body prepare for rest. When the stomach isn't overfilled, digestion moves along at its own gentle pace rather than kicking into overdrive overnight. That means less chance of waking up with a burning throat or that uncomfortable heaviness in the belly that drags sleep into restless territory. A lighter meal keeps heartburn at bay too, so the night breeze and quiet shadows replace acid reflux and tossing under the covers. Beyond comfort, timing matters. Digestion naturally slows as evening falls, and the body shifts from burning calories to repairing cells and clearing out waste byproducts. A mountain of pasta or a plate piled high with processed foods can send blood sugar soaring just when it should be settling down. Over months and years, those late-night spikes can tip the scales toward insulin resistance, making energy levels unpredictable and heart health more fragile. By keeping dinner modest, focused on whole grains, lean protein, and plenty of vegetables, the blood sugar roller coaster levels out, and morning energy feels more steady and bright. In Okinawa, locals follow the principle of hara hachibu, stopping when 80% full. It's not about deprivation, but about listening to subtle hunger cues. Simple questions: is there room for another bite? Or, do those last two forkfuls feel like a good idea? Guide each meal. This gentle restraint leaves just the right amount of appetite in reserve, so the body uses energy to sleep deeply instead of wrestling with a full stomach. Fiber-rich foods, think beans, whole grains, and colorful vegetables, play a starring role at the dinner table in blue zones. These gut-friendly ingredients feed healthy bacteria, which in turn support digestion, immune function, and mood. A small side of sauerkraut in Western Greece or a sip of miso soup in Okinawa delivers a hit of probiotics that keep the digestive system humming. Over many years, a thriving gut microbiome contributes to lower inflammation, better nutrient absorption, and that extra edge in longevity. Putting this habit into practice might mean aiming to finish dinner at least 2 or 3 hours before bedtime. After the last spoonful of soup, a short stroll around the block or a few stretches on the porch can help settle any remaining digestion and clear the mind. Then, when lights go down, the body is primed for rest rather than trapped in the middle of a midnight digestive marathon. It can be tempting to snack while watching late-night TV or to justify a big meal because tomorrow is busy. But shifting the focus to a small, balanced dinner brings surprising rewards. It's not just about what's on the plate, but how it feels afterward. Lightness instead of grogginess, energy instead of an afternoon slump, and a sleep that carries all the way to morning without interruption. Building strong relationships. Evenings spent swapping stories with people who care can feel like a warm blanket for the heart, and that warmth can stretch a lifetime. In places where crossing the 90-year mark is almost normal, like Sardinia or Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula, day's end often means gathering around a table or porch. Imagine smiling over a shared bowl of beans, leaning in for a hearty laugh, or simply enjoying the comfort of knowing someone's listening. Those moments of genuine connection aren't just pleasant, they're powerful. When a friendly voice greets you, whether in person or over the phone, stress levels dip. The brain releases oxytocin, sometimes called the bonding hormone, which lowers blood pressure and eases anxiety. That in turn calms the body's fight-or-flight system, keeping cortisol, the stress hormone, in check. Over time, regular social contact helps protect against chronic inflammation, a hidden driver of heart disease and memory loss. In fact, a landmark study at Brigham Young University found that strong relationships add up to 7 years to life expectancy. And that's without changing diet or exercise. Fitting meaningful chats into the evening can be as simple as inviting a neighbor for herbal tea in the living room, or calling a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. A 10-minute check-in can do wonders. While a full dinner party is lovely, even brief conversations, a shared crossword puzzle, a phone call to update on family news, or a walk around the block provide that all-important feeling of belonging. Over time, these small interactions build a safety net of support and joy. Joining a community group or class can open doors to fresh friendships. Many towns offer low-cost art workshops, evening choir practices, or walking clubs. Volunteering at a local food bank or library once a week connects you with people who share your values. Research shows that volunteering not only boosts mood, but also sharpens mental skills and lowers the risk of depression. Key ingredients for aging well. If getting out feels hard on chilly evenings, technology can bridge the gap. A short video call with a grandchild or a chat room for a book club brings faces and laughter into the room. Keeping social media scrolling to a minimum preserves real connection. Seeing a live smile on screen, even through pixels, has a stronger impact on well-being than thumbs-up emojis from strangers. Balance is key. Use technology to deepen bonds, not replace them. Neighbors often offer unexpected chances for connection. A quick wave as someone pulls in their driveway, an offer to fetch a forgotten item, or sharing extra garden produce can spark impromptu visits. Those friendly exchanges build a sense of community where everyone looks out for one another. In turn, that mutual support can ease loneliness and provide extra pairs of eyes to notice a need, whether it's help with a chore or simply company during a dark evening. Before settling in for the night, resist the urge to scroll through endless feeds. Instead, reach out to a friend, share a memory with a sibling, or exchange a funny story with a neighbor. That conscious choice to connect face-to-face or voice-to-voice sends a clear message to the brain. This day ended with love and laughter. It's a gentle reminder that life's richest moments often happen in the space between words and the warmth of another person's presence. Cultivating these bedtime conversations and check-ins is more than a pleasant ritual. It's an investment in long-term health. Engaging in physical activities. Evening movement doesn't have to mean sweating through a heavy workout. A few minutes of gentle activity can be the perfect bridge between a busy day and a restful night. Think of it as a soft nudge to your body. It's time to slow down. Simple shifts from sitting still to moving slowly help digestion, ease tension, and prime the mind for sleep. Imagine a small Greek village by the sea. As the sun dips low, families of all ages step outside for a calm stroll along the waterfront. Conversations drift with the salty breeze, laughter bounces off whitewashed walls, and everyday worries seem to float away. No one is rushing toward a distance goal or tracking calories. They're just moving together, putting one foot gently in front of the other. By the time they return home, shoulders feel lighter and minds are ready to rest. That casual evening walk isn't exercise in the strict sense. It's part of life's rhythm in many longevity-rich regions. Clinically, moving after dinner taps into the parasympathetic nervous system, that is, your body's rest and digest mode. Blood sugar levels settle more smoothly when digestion gets a little help from walking or light stretching. Some studies suggest a brief 15 to 20-minute walk after eating can lower post-meal blood sugar spikes by up to 12%. That steadier fuel supply keeps energy balanced and spares the heart from extra strain. Plus, gentle movement nudges cortisol, the stress hormone, down just enough to ease tension without putting the body into full relaxation too early. Simple stretches can work alongside or in place of a walk. In a quiet corner of the living room, a few seated or standing moves can wake up stiff joints. Try a shoulder roll, lifting both shoulders toward the ears, then rolling them back and down in a circle. A gentle neck stretch, tilting the head toward one shoulder, holding for a slow count, then switching sides, feels like a soft sigh for tense muscles. Yoga poses such as child's pose or cat-cow stretch, done with slow breathing, soothe the spine and guide the heart rate to a lower, calmer pace. No fancy mat or special outfit needed, just a bit of floor space or a sturdy chair. When weather or mobility concerns make outdoor walking tricky, creativity can help. Marching in place during commercials, tracing gentle figure eights with the feet, or doing a set of seated leg lifts all keep muscles active without overdoing it. A short circuit of moving from the kitchen counter to the living room chair and back, repeated 5 times, can be just as effective at kicking off the rest and digest cycle. The goal is not to break a sweat, but to shift from the rigid posture of a chair to the flowing ease of movement. Pairing this gentle activity with a friend or neighbor adds a spark of connection. A walking buddy offers both motivation and company, turning a routine stroll into a shared ritual. An evening loop around the block becomes an opportunity to swap stories, catch up on family news, or simply enjoy the hush of dusk together. Those social moments reinforce bonds and amplify the stress-lowering benefits of movement. As the body finishes a light walk or a few stretches, signals flood to the brain. Day's work is done. Muscles relax, breathing slows, and mind chatter quiets. A perfect setup for sliding seamlessly into sleep. Over weeks and months, this habit builds resilience. Digestion becomes smoother, stress builds less easily, and sleep feels deeper. Incorporating a few minutes of calm movement each evening isn't about adding one more task to a long to-do list. It's about choosing a gentle pause, an easy reset between the rush of daytime and the promise of uninterrupted rest. That quiet step forward can lead to stronger circulation, steadier moods, and a sleep routine that keeps getting better with time. Just the kind of small habit that helps carry life well past 90. Processing worries and stress. Even seniors face worries. Day-to-day life brings its share of tension, bills to pay, plans to make, moments of unease. The real difference lies in how stress gets handled before bedtime. In many longevity hotspots, evenings are more than a time to sleep. They're a chance to offload the day's weight so the mind and body can truly rest. One simple way to clear the mental clutter is journaling. Grabbing a notepad and pen, set aside 5 to 10 minutes to jot down whatever is bouncing around inside your head. It doesn't have to be neat or well organized, just the raw notes of to-dos, worries, or even small victories. By seeing those thoughts on paper, your brain gets a signal that the job of worrying is done, at least until tomorrow. Prayer or quiet reflection can serve a similar purpose. Many older adults pause each evening to give thanks or speak their concerns silently. It doesn't have to follow a particular religion. It's simply a moment to acknowledge feelings and release them. Speaking worries out loud, whether to a higher power or just into the quiet air, creates a sense of letting go that helps lower blood pressure and ease tension. Meditation offers another gentle route. Even a 3-minute practice of focusing on the breath, counting inhales and exhales, can anchor the mind away from racing thoughts. Standing or seated, the body stays still while attention returns again and again to the breath. Over time, this builds a habit of noticing anxiety without getting swept away. Many health experts note that regular evening meditation can cut the time it takes to fall asleep by nearly half, improving overall rest. Talking through concerns with someone trusted can be surprisingly powerful. A friendly chat with a spouse, sibling, or close friend gives worries a face and a listening ear. In some parts of the world, neighbors often pause on their walks to share news and small frustrations. That casual exchange acts like a pressure valve, releasing built-up stress. Even a 10-minute phone call across town can lift a mental weight and trade it for comfort. A brain dump turns into a handy evening ritual. Write everything that clings to your mind, from tomorrow's grocery list to frustrations at a doctor's office. Once those thoughts are on paper, the brain treats them as handled, so they're less likely to pop up under the covers. Keeping the list beside the bed means new worries that arise late at night get the same treatment. Jot them down, then let them rest. Adding a simple breathing exercise or progressive muscle relaxation can deepen that sense of calm. Tighten each muscle group one at a time. Feet, legs, belly, shoulders. Hold for a few seconds, then release. As each muscle unwinds, imagine a wave of relief flowing through the body. That physical release works hand in hand with mental release, signaling the nervous system that the day's stress is officially over. Guided imagery offers another tool. Picture a favorite spot, a quiet beach, a shady garden, a mountain trail, and walk through it in your mind's eye. Notice small details, the warmth of sun on your skin, the sound of wind in the trees, the scent of flowers. Engaging the senses in this way distracts from anxious thoughts and shifts the brain into a restful mode. Research backs these habits up. A study from the University of Texas found that expressive writing, spending just 15 minutes on personal thoughts, led to faster sleep onset and fewer wake-ups at night. Another trial reported that people practicing evening meditation fell asleep up to 25 minutes sooner and woke feeling more refreshed. Over weeks and months, those gains add up to real improvements in mood, memory, and heart health. These nighttime rituals don't demand huge amounts of time or energy. They fit into a busy life without fuss. Just a few minutes of writing, breathing, chatting, or imagining. By treating lingering stress as an invitation to pause rather than a hurdle, the mind learns to close the day with a sense of completion. Night after night, that gentle processing of worries builds resilience and paves the way for deeper, more restorative sleep. When the lights go down, the body and mind deserve a clean slate. Tucking away the day's concerns with simple, personal strategies turns bedtime into a peaceful transition rather than a battleground of thoughts. Thankful nights. As the day winds down, a simple pause to count blessings can turn ordinary evenings into moments of calm and joy. Those who live long, vibrant lives often carry a deep sense of gratitude into their final waking minutes. Instead of replaying worries or to-do lists, they focus on small wins, the taste of a warm dinner, the sound of a loved one's laughter, or the kindness of a neighbor who popped by unexpectedly. That quiet moment becomes a gentle reminder of good things already in hand. A few seconds of reflection go a long way. Picture settling into bed and thinking back over the day, noticing 3 genuine moments that brought a smile. Maybe it was a chat with a friend, a flower blooming in the garden, or simply the comfort of clean sheets. Jotting those thoughts in a notebook or on a scrap of paper makes them stick. Seeing 3 lines of thank yous before closing the notebook tells the brain, this day was meaningful, and sends the mind toward rest instead of restless rumination. Alan Watts captured this idea perfectly. This is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now. In the quiet of the night, that engagement takes the form of gratitude. It doesn't require hours or fancy tools, just a willingness to look back and give credit to moments that mattered. Over time, this nightly ritual becomes a habit, a personal signal that the day's work is over and the mind is safe to drift toward sleep. Science backs up what feels right. Research shows that people who practice gratitude sleep more soundly and wake up with a sunnier mood. One study found that jotting down positive moments for just 2 minutes before bed led to deeper sleep and fewer middle-of-the-night wake-ups. Another trial reported that gratitude can lower levels of cortisol, the hormone tied to stress, while boosting dopamine and serotonin, chemicals that lift mood and encourage relaxation. That chemical shift becomes the perfect lead-in to sleep, rather than the restless churn of worry. The beauty of a gratitude habit lies in its simplicity. No special app or lengthy routine is needed. A few ideas to try tonight. Note one thing learned that day, list a small kindness received, or name a personal strength that showed up in a moment of challenge. If words aren't flowing, draw a quick sketch, a sunbeam, a friendly face, a pair of helping hands. The act of capturing gratitude in any form tells the mind, this matters, and helps usher out lingering stress. Gratitude also connects to a deeper sense of purpose. Reflecting on what made the day worthwhile reminds you why each morning is worth welcoming. Those who reach their 90s often speak of simple missions, caring for family, keeping a garden blooming, or sharing stories with the next generation. When gratitude anchors these small but meaningful pursuits, the mind feels both grounded and inspired. Bedtime becomes not just the end of a day, but the affirmation of a life lived with intention. Those quiet, thankful moments build on one another. Night after night, a growing list of blessings becomes a personal treasure trove, proof that life holds warmth even when shadows gather. And when the mind trusts that the book of the day has been closed with gratitude, sleep follows more easily. Soon, falling asleep feels like a gentle continuation of counting gifts, rather than a struggle against a busy mind. Tomorrow will come with its own challenges and joys, But for now, taking a few minutes to reflect on what went right, who offered a helping hand, and what moments brought a spark of happiness can transform the twilight hours. Gratitude is a bridge between day and dream, connecting lived moments to restorative rest. Night after night, that bridge supports a healthier body, a brighter mind, and a heart ready to greet each new dawn, one thankful thought at a time. Steady sleep rhythm. Consistency is a hidden key to thriving well into the 90s and beyond. It's tempting to stay up late for TV or scroll social media, thinking, just this once. Yet even a half-hour shift in bedtime can raise resting heart rate the next day, nudging the heart into overdrive when it should be resting. Over years, that wears on the cardiovascular system, something to avoid when aiming for a life past 90. A steady sleep schedule tunes the body's internal clock, the circadian rhythm, which governs more than just sleep. It steers hormone release, digestion, body temperature, and even cell repair. In regions known for remarkable longevity, like Okinawa and Sardinia, elders treat bedtime like any important appointment. Lights dimmed and screens off at the same hour every evening. Over decades, that reliability builds stronger hearts, sharper minds, and more robust immune systems. The idea of social jet lag, shifting sleep on weekends, can feel harmless at first. Sleeping in after a late Friday night may seem like catch-up, but it confuses the body's timing. Monday morning feels like crossing time zones without leaving home. In older adults, those mixed signals can lead to morning grogginess, slower thinking, and a dip in natural defenses against infections. Brain health, especially memory and focus, benefits from a firm routine that signals, it's time to rest, night after night. Making a consistent sleep window starts by choosing realistic times. Decide on a wake-up hour needed for morning routines. Then count back 7 to 8 hours, the sweet spot for most people over 70. If the alarm for bedtime feels abrupt, set an earlier reminder, perhaps an hour before lights out, to begin winding down. Use that transition time for calming habits, reading a favorite novel, sipping an herbal cup of tea, or stretching gently. These cues tell the brain, rest is on the way. Life sometimes throws curveballs, late celebrations, travel, or family visits. When nights run long, simply return to the regular schedule the next evening. The stronger the overall routine, the faster the body snaps back. Consistency wins out over perfection. It's better to have most nights on track than a few scattered right. Reliable sleep does more than prevent daytime yawns. It helps blood pressure stay balanced, keeps blood sugar steady, and supports healthy weight. All key factors in avoiding age-related diseases. Deep, uninterrupted rest clears brain waste products linked to Alzheimer's and other conditions. Mornings arrive with less fog, energy levels stay more even, and moods stay brighter, even on cloudy days. By honoring a steady sleep rhythm, each night becomes a building block for long-lasting health. Those small nightly decisions, lights off, screens down, same bedtime, add up over years. In the quiet darkness, the body and mind find a trusted routine that fuels decades of vitality. With this simple habit in place, gentle sleep paves the way for a life that can stretch well past 90, bright and full of possibility. Which of these simple bedtime habits will you try tonight to help you rest deeply and keep your heart, mind, and spirit thriving well into your 90s?